There goes my tractor. Alrighty guys, it's baling day. Hello everybody and welcome back. My name is Joel and this is A Stable Life. You guys are hopping right into the action with us. We're getting started round baling. We're getting started late in the day. It is 4 o'clock. I'm starting a little bit later than I wanted to. Everything is raked. The goal is to get everything before the dew sets in. So we're gonna be starting with all the fields close to the farm and then working our way farther away. We're gonna get some awesome footage. Let's go and check and see how the hay looks and feels. In case you're curious, we already went over the baler. The baler is in good working order and should be ready to rock. The only thing I haven't done yet is peel the hay on these farms. We're gonna be rolling with the round baler. We're making 52-inch bales today. We're baling second cutting, so it's gonna be a lot of this stuff, really fine material. Perfect. We've got a lot of ground to cover, so let's hit the road, or the field, or the hay. Let's hit the hay. All right, I don't have the thing to mount for the screen over here, but everything looks pretty good. Bale size is set to 52 inches, so that's all looking good. Fire that up. You're gonna hear a lot more baler noise this time around. Don't worry, it's okay. The back glass is slightly open because of the electrics sticking out of it. Okay. Well, that's one field. I know, kind of crazy, right? I think it's crazy how little you get out of these fields, but what are you gonna do? We are starting on the smaller stuff though, so not too worried about that. Also, we have Peter behind me on my tractor. He is going to be grabbing the round bales and putting them on their end and also kind of grouping them. We're not gonna be wrapping them or anything today, but we are gonna be setting the bales up so that they are good and ready when it comes to making sure that they don't deform overnight before we wrap them. Otherwise, wrapping them is just really hard. What is nice with round baling is that this is not going to take long. And with Peter helping me, that's a huge added bonus. We're gonna be able to pass the camera off between me and Petey a lot, so I think we're gonna get a lot of really good angles today. So I'm very happy about that. Pete's just look at him, just such a good worker over there. He's just waiting for something to do right now. I take extra care when I'm with the round baler to try to make sure that we're not gonna have any issues whatsoever. I take care with all the equipment, but I get really nervous, especially when the equipment's not mine. Oh yeah, there we go. Just eats, I love it. I haven't even made one bale yet, and we're basically done with 2 fields. You guys see all the houses around me? I always get a kick when I'm here because you'll have some people that'll come out of their house and watch what you're doing. They think it's so cool what you're doing with farm machinery. And then you have other people that'll close their blinds because they're annoyed that there's something noisy in the area, which I have no problem with either. It's just funny to see the differences of people's opinions. We've got about 8 inches to go before we make a bale. That's that field. After our first bale, we're gonna go out and see how it looks, see where we need to improve on. Now, the first bale generally is usually a yucky bale, so I'm expecting it to be a yucky bale. How yucky, though, is the question. I need water. Woo! Hey, thanks for clicking on the video. It's good to have you guys with us. I hope you're having a good day. If you're not, let's change that. And if you are, let's add to it. Oh, I love water. So hydrating. Okay, according to this, I need to pack it more on the left. So that's what we'll do. So I want to hear from you guys. If I have any experienced round balers that are watching this video, first off, hey, how you doing? Secondly, in second cutting, really dry, light material, is it better to go faster so the baler packs in more, or is it better to go slower to allow it more time to make everything dense? Let me know. Put it in the comments below. I'm eager to learn. I'm eager to learn. So according to this, it's all on the right. My battery died, but there we go. This is our first bale. I would like it denser, but honestly, not bad. Not bad at all. I'm very pleased. We've got a lot of loose stuff here. I'm gonna blow all that out because this is how you blow a shear pin, is this goes up and then gets caught inside. So get all that out of there and we'll hit the English.
One farm done, Peter.
We've now arrived at our second farm. So once this one's done, farm-wise, we're halfway done. And this entire field made one windrow. I can't believe that. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. My density was running low, so I think I'm supposed to slow down. At least that seems to indicate that I'm doing the right thing when I slow down, because then the bars go up, but I could be wrong. Okay, so that means we just hit 52 inches, but I don't have a lot left here. So I'm just gonna keep going and finish it off, because this bale can go as big as 60 inches. We're at 56 inches, it's gonna be close. Wow. A 60-inch bale has a lot of hay in it, my goodness. Okay, turn that off. That was 56 inches, so just 4 inches bigger than what we were supposed to, but we've got a whole field done, and there was 34 in there, so we only got about 30 plus inches from this whole thing. This was the driest and worst field that we had. Should be going up from here though. All right, we've arrived at our next farm. Nice. Spin that up. I think we're good to go. Let's bale some hay, baby. I think this is our best performing farm, so this is where we're gonna get hay if we get any. Oh, we got a pothole. Oh. Perfect. That was a beautiful one. There's actually a good amount of hay here, guys. We've gotten more hay here on one field than we have from the previous 2 other farms combined. Let that sink in. Look at Peter doing such a good job. Oh yeah. You know, it's really neat to see my tractor working when I'm not on it. I loved it when Gavin was using it. It's neat to see when Peter's using it. Nom nom nom. I love it. Just got a few little pieces here and there. We're good to go. We got another hay farm taken care of. So Peter and I are going to be heading on over to our last one. It's almost 6 p.m. and we're making really good time. This is what we got. Look at that, 6 round bales. And we have 1 from the other farm, so that makes a grand total of 7 so far. My guess was originally 15, and I thought 10 from the rest of them. So I'm 3 short right now, 7 instead of 10. My new guess is going to be 15. We will see. Anyways, to the road. All right, we have arrived at our last farm and it's our biggest. What are we gonna get? I don't know, but I'm excited. I have gone up a gear and the bales seem to be looking really nice. So I think I'm gonna keep with that pace. Peter's right behind me. He's got an extra roll of net wrap because we're pretty confident that any bale now we're gonna run out of net wrap. There basically wasn't that much on it to begin with, so. The dust covers the sensor that tells the computer that the back door is open. There's a hydraulic stop that prevents it, so it's not open. I don't need to worry about that. But in the event that it is open, you don't want the baler open. So there's a sensor that tells you that. That sensor gets covered with dust and immediately thinks it's open. That's why it keeps beeping at me. So this is where we're gonna store all the bales for now, and then I'm gonna truck them all out tomorrow. We will not be wrapping these on the property. We're gonna be wrapping them back at the main wrap site. How was your drive over?
Surprisingly slow. I gave you room at first because it's like, they're gonna be dusty, I don't wanna be right behind you.
Right.
And then it's like, now I can't catch back up.
I can't catch back up. I think my tractor max speed is 18 miles an hour, and this one's 22. So I got you there. I should say I got me. Wait, I like that. Okay, well this top layer is a bit on the loose side, but the core, I'm liking the core.
I guess now's a really good time to talk about how the bale works.
Go ahead, Pete, give him the rundown.
So all this does is, these tines just pick up the grass and put it in through the rollers. Then those belts are usually right up against, so it just gets pushed against these belts. And as it gets bigger, the belts move out of their way, and that's just how the bale is formed.
And if you look over here, you can see where it starts, and then you can see as it wraps, it just gets more and more and more, and it wraps them out in about inch increments going all the way out, so long as you've got a good feed going. You can see I'm doing lots of small stuff here, so it's struggling, but it's doing its best job. What we're gonna do here is, you see all this stuff on the top? We're gonna clear that all off. I'm gonna go turn it off now. I left it running so that you guys can see how it works. My electric line's a little loose. We're having nothing going wrong today. Nothing. I don't know if you want to stand over there, Pete. Now, I don't have this problem when we're doing first cutting, but because the second cutting is so small and so fine and so dry, it loops up in there, and then what happens is as that builds up, it can get so much pressure that it'll blow the shear pin. Like I said, we don't want any problems, so just getting out and doing this every few bales or every field prevents that from being an issue. So now we're good to go. All right, Peter, let's roll. So Peter.
Yes, Joel?
How is it that you're able to ride in this tractor with no buddy seat?
I'm tiny, and I fit pretty well.
So this is the field that we did on first cutting with the aerial photography with Eric and Gavin. This was the only section that I was able to do. The rest of it was just too much weeds and too little grass. But down here's where all the water goes, so the grass was actually able to grow down here, which was nice. Well, that got us to 38 inches. Well, Pete, we got one bale out of this for you. Looks like you're gonna have to come all the way back here for one round bale.
Okay.
We just ran out of net twine. Woo! A little dusty. If you guys have allergies, can you feel the pollen in the air? Just one side. Just the one side. Okay, I think that's that, right? Because then it goes. So there's a diagram. And then we got going under, over, around, and in. All right, you guys are gonna come with me. We're gonna go see if we did this right. Peter's gonna be moving bales. All we have left to do is the big field and then the field behind the landlord's house, and then that's it. So let's get a bale in the chamber and see if we did that net wrap correctly, huh? All right, our bale is at 50 inches. It's just about to beep at me. So let's see if it wraps. Come on. Hey, it's going.
and it's wrapping the bale. I think we did it right, guys. All right, it wants me to eject. Let's see how it looks. All right, let's go look what's going on. Because the sensor's telling me that there's something funky going on. So the hydraulic latch is closed. So that's fine. The sensor's just not happy with that. Yeah. But the latch is closed, so we're okay to run. See how the bale looks? Wow. Awesome. That is what we want right there. Ooh, got a good golden hour shot right there. Look at that, guys, huh? That's pretty. All right, I gotta get back to it. More baling to be done. All right, I'm just gonna mop up this little bit down here in the big field, and then this is it. And all we got is one field to go. We're all done, guys.
Peter and I are gonna put away the baler
And the tractor.
and we'll give you guys the totals.
Okay, guys, we are back. Here is an update on our totals. Peter is gonna give you the numbers.
14.
That's how much we got today. Our current total for 2024 is?
294.
That's right. And what we forecasted for needing for the year is?
302.
Which means we need?
8.
Yeah. So that means that we are 8 bales short, which, to be honest, if I mowed everything over at Basics, I would have gotten those 8 bales. But what good is taking it if it's all just weeds and you're gonna waste it anyway? So what we got is good quality second cutting hay. There is gonna be one more cutting, possibly. It's a third cutting, and that will be in September. That depends on whether we get rain. If things stay the way they've been, then that's gonna be it for hay season for us. We're not too stressed about it because we are very close to our forecasted number, but we definitely were wanting more. Things could change though, and it is only July. So we've got a whole month of August and half of the month of September yet. 6 weeks, a lot can change in 6 weeks. So we are 8 bales short from reaching our forecast. And remember, I wanted about 20 to 30. So I don't think we're gonna get 38 unless we start getting rain every single day, but we will see. That being said, thank you guys so much for watching. And this has been a very long series of events, from mowing hay, disc bind breaking and spending the entire day working on it, to then mowing hay again and finally getting everything mowed, to raking and Petey being a major help with this second cut harvest. So if we could all give Petey a round of applause. He did an amazing job. He stepped in and helped out a lot. I would not have gotten everything done in the time frame that I needed to get things done without him. We're not done yet though. Tomorrow we're wrapping and transporting those bales. Now, our question of the day. Question from Ken Lynch, 6332, a longtime viewer. Ken, I always see your comments and I always appreciate them. Thank you so much for being a faithful viewer. It means a lot to all of us. Your question is?
If you get critters, snakes, mice, chipmunks in the hay stall, does it frighten the horses?
Depends on how big they are. If they're little and they just run away real quick, the horses don't even notice them. If they're bigger, then it could spook the horse a little bit. We may have some issues with them going into their stall a few days after that because of that. But for the most part, it really doesn't happen because usually, I hate to say this, the horses tend to kill the little critters that make it in the stall. So mice, rats, well, not rats. Rats are smart enough not to go into a stall with a horse, but mice, moles, snakes. Been very rare for us to have a snake, but none of those creatures like it too much in the barn because there's no sunlight. Out in the hay barn though is a different story, and the horses don't have access to it, so they're pretty much left to their own vices out there. So they stay out there, we stay in here, everyone's happy. Good question. We got one from Sam Trosper, I think that's how I pronounce it, 7224. Does it cause any behavioral problems when a mare goes into heat in the stables? What a great question. What we are seeing so far is that the mare does change in regards to how she acts and what she does. Some of them are a little more touchy, a little more temperamental. Some of them actively just choose to be going into the wrong stall, and when you go to get them, they're really upset that you got them, kind of thing. As for the geldings really don't do too much, other than a few that are able to understand that they are in heat and they just like hanging out with the mares more so than usual. So nothing too crazy though. All right, thank you guys for watching. If you haven't,
Make sure you hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe.
and as always, we'll see you in the next one.